It's Sunday night, and this is the Conjugal Visit on KGFRocks.com.
Yeah. Good evening and welcome to the Conjugal Visit on Spreaker. Yeah. It's another Sunday night. Hey, Guido, what's going on, dude, bitch?
Yeah, sorry, I was inhaling.
You were inhaling? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm not like Bill Clinton. I do inhale.
You do inhale, yes.
Yeah.
What good is it to not inhale?
Right. So let me ask you a question.
I mean, okay, I'll give you an answer. If I know the answer, I'll give it to you.
Well, you have the answer to this question because it's pretty stupid. Why do you have a new computer if you're not using it?
Because I'm lazy, and because I'm scared.
Of what?
Of fucking things up.
Oh my God!
I think that this week, after all of the everything settles down. After what happened last week and over the weekend, I think what I'm going to sit down and I'm going to go ahead and switch it over and put everything.
Is it a desktop or a laptop?
Yeah, no, it's a laptop.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a brand new laptop.
Desktops are for like old people now, man.
Yeah, I know. I have to break into this thing.
People got tablets and phones, laptops.
I'm going to clean off my desk. I'm going to get rid of all this crap that's on my desk, and I'm going to hook up my laptop because, I bought it for my wife, the lovely can of corn, and she doesn't use it.
No.
So I'll just go ahead and fucking do it myself.
So she uses her phone for everything.
Yeah. She's on Facebook. She's on Instagram. She's on everything. Everything is in the palm of her hand. And
I know she likes a lot of things that I post. So especially when I post my shirtless pictures,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So here, I got another question for you.
Okay.
Say your life story is being told, and you can pick anybody to narrate the story. Who would it be?
Matthew McConaughey.
I fucking knew you were going to say that. I would pick. Why would you pick him?
Well, first of all, he's got a great voice, and it's a recordable voice. So, and of course, I've got a man crush on him. I think he's one of the greatest actors to ever live.
He's really not that good. You just like because he's hot. But anyways.
Well, he's a handsome man, but he's pretty cool, too. I mean, he's cool. I think he would be a good James Bond, to be honest.
He can never be James Bond. It's not English.
It doesn't have to be English.
Well, there's never been one that hasn't been. Yep, there was one.
He was Australian.
He was Australian, though.
Oh, he was Australian, yeah.
Yeah. But I would pick either. My life is so boring and short. I'd pick either Mel Tillis or Stutter and John, so that at least it could sound like it was long.
It sound like it would last a little longer, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I would actually pick Don Pardo. Remember Don Pardo?
Yeah, I remember Don Pardo. Yeah.
He
used to do the introduction at Saturday Night Live.
Absolutely. Right, at Don Pardo. And I just like to, but that's the only place I know him from is Saturday Night Live. I know he's done other things. He was like a voiceover guy for like 50 fucking years.
Oh, yeah, he did. Also did, for a while, he did, I can't remember the game show he did.
He did a couple, I know. I can't remember either, but his voice was always iconic. Him and Rod Roddy, I always liked.
Right.
But no, McConaughey's a good one, and I couldn't do my choice anyways because I think he's dead. So if I had to pick somebody that was like newer, I would pick Johnny Depp because he pauses so much when he talks. He makes everything sound interesting.
Right.
Even if it's not, I took the saran wrap from the cupboard. Or Chatter would be a good one.
Right.
No.
He would be. You know what, dude? I don't know if you're... I have no idea whether or not you're getting out. None.
Why?
because I'm not showing anything at all on your side, and it's kind of
Uh,
figures. Kind of
so
figures. I'm almost willing to bet that you're not getting out.
I'm going to check right now. So,
All right.
Because obviously you like to do that.
No, I don't enjoy doing this. This is something that I do not enjoy doing. I'm going to be honest with you. I can hear you just fine, but I don't think that it's coming through on the cable.
All right, hold on. I got to wait for them to play the stupid commercial.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. All of a sudden, we're playing fucking commercials.
Well, we could take them off if we want, but then we don't get any monetary.
Right.
Every time that that commercial's played in its entirety, it's like a profit sharing thing. You don't get much.
Right.
You know, you might get a penny or something.
Right. So,
I can hear
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah? So you're getting through?
Of course. I sound pretty hot, too.
Do you? Okay, good. Okay, well, then I guess we're okay. I guess you're okay, because you're not registering on
You're definitely louder than me.
I'm definitely louder than you. Yeah, and I can't adjust the mixer on it at all, because it's not coming up.
That's all right.
Skype
I'll
is
just
not coming
talk
up.
clearly, and
I tell you what, here's what I'll do.
if you had your new fucking computer, this wouldn't be happening.
Probably not.
What do you? I just don't get. You're scared. You know why you're scared? It's because here's what you do. Oh, what's this for? I don't need this, and then you delete it, and then you need it.
That's much better there. Okay, I got you now. I just had to hit you. I just had to hit you over there on Skype so that it would resonate.
And now I can't even hear you.
You can't.
You can't hear me.
I can hear you.
Professionalism at its best here, ladies and gentlemen.
Can you hear me or not?
Now I hear the buzz.
No?
Oh, brother.
Brother, here we go. Yeah, that figures. Here, let me try this here. I'm going to do this here. Let's use us for just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I got you, man. Hang on. How about now? How are we doing? No? Alrighty. Well, that's interesting.
Ed, are you there?
Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you.
It's funny. I'm broadcasting.
And I'm not? Are we both broadcasting, but you can hear can't? This is crazy. Shit.
This is so professional. I can't hear you at all.
Can you hear me now? Oh, for crying out loud. Now, how about now? Oh, for
Are you there?
Christ. I'm here. Are you here?
Hello?
Hello? Motherfucker.
I hear myself.
I'm going to try one more time to adjust this thing out.
I can hear you.
Can you?
Can you hear me?
I can. Then we're both going out then now, right? Hello?
I can't hear you unless I press play on the thing and for the live stream.
Oh, my God.
I'm hearing you through the radio.
This is crazy, dude. This is fucking nuts. Here, I tell you what. I'm gonna play a song and see if I can fix this thing. I'm gonna get out of I'm gonna play a song. How about we do? Let's see. What can I do? For crying out loud. Yeah, I'll try that too. But I'm gonna go ahead and play a tune here. Let's do. I don't know. How about we do here? How about we do this? Let's do a song here. I think y'all dig this one. This one you'll dig. Just for all you. Thanks for listening. KGFRocks.com. You there for me, Guido?
I don't know.
You're not fucking registering on here. Mother, son of a biscuit eater, man. I can hear you.
Then just chill, because I think something's just wrong with the analog thing, because I heard myself completely clear before you fucked with it on the radio.
Okay.
So I won't be able to tell till Lido's over, because we're on a delay. So
Right.
then I can check, and then this way though I can keep you talking. So
Okay, yeah, at least.
like there's something on the air, and you're not talking to yourself.
Oh, well, I'm talking to myself. I guarantee I'm talking to myself right now.
But you weren't earlier.
Right. So, all right. So we're gonna switch over. I'm gonna switch over to cables now. There.
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
I hear you.
Are we both on?
I don't know. I have to wait for it to.
Yes, you are registering.
Yay! You are
I am
genius.
a genius.
A
penis. A penis genius. A penis genius. There's all kinds of shapes and sizes, ladies. Not that I give a rat's ass. That is gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that we've
now
completely
I can hear
fucked
myself
up the
too.
first,
I'm modulating.
You're modulating. Now that we've completely fucked up the first 15 minutes of the show, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Conjugal Visit. And my good friend Guido. How you doing, Guido? And yes. Next week, I will be broadcasting from a brand new computer. That's it. I'm done.
Here's the best part, ladies and gentlemen. Once he gets it going, I and him will be able to broadcast from the toilet, from the living room, from bedroom, from anywhere.
Oh, yeah. And there's nothing like hearing Toddy Freeride pinch a loaf on the air. It's something like,
Someone told me the other day I was playing Yahtzee online with my phone, and someone's my name King Guido, and he said that's a gay name, and I said why? I said how gay is it? He said it's gayer than AIDS. I'm like that's pretty gay, and he said that's not the answer I was expecting from you. I'm like well I'm not baiting you, buddy. I'm not
Yeah, that's not why I named myself King Guido. And why is that gay? Why is that name gay? Are you not familiar with the name Guido?
No. Well,
I guess not.
The thing of it is when somebody does that online and you don't give them the response that they want you to fight with them.
Right. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, yeah, they are keyboard commandos.
Right.
Yeah, keyboard commandos. You got to love keyboard commandos because they think that they're getting under your skin and shit, and they're trying to be what do they call them now? Online.
They're trolls.
Trolls. Yeah. Well, it's the same thing as a bully, trying to be a bully. And, the new word for bully is Trump, is what they're saying. But anyway.
There's different kinds of trolling, too, because there's the trollers that try to get you to argue, but then there's also the trollers that will, like, a conversation will be going on, and then they'll fucking race bait something, and then all of a sudden the conversation switches, and they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. They know exactly what they're doing. Folks, don't fall for that shit. If you get in a conversation online with someone, and the conversation is going normal, and then all of a sudden it turns over to race or politics, end it. Mm-hmm. End it. First of all, what they're trying to do is make you look stupid in front of all your friends and family. Okay? And unless you are witty enough to come back. But the problem is when you are witty enough and you come back and you kick their ass, they'll unfriend you.
So and you know what I say to that? Yeah. Thank you very much. Because
get the fuck on.
I don't give a fuck. I mean, you're going to troll my shit and then expect me to not comment back, then you're an idiot.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I will comment on everything. I won't comment like on a comment, okay? But if I do once in a while and someone comments like it happened during the presidential election. Right. And I love when dumb people put a comment down because they got it like from the news or something. They read a headline or whatever, and they actually don't know what they're talking about. It's so fun because then they make an idiot out of themselves, and I don't even have to do much.
Correct.
Yeah, it's just great.
You gotta love it, man. You just, people are just, and people are very, very vulnerable to that kind of an attack.
They're not only vulnerable; some people are gullible.
Yeah, and very gullible. Yeah, they are. That's the word I was looking for. Actually, that's the word that I was looking for on that. And they are. They're all fucking gullible. I mean, some people get exactly what they deserve.
Yeah. They do. But, I just think that the whole thing of internet fighting is retarded. What the fuck is that? I mean, because people lie anyways. You don't even know who they are. They could even be...
Yeah, it's somebody totally different. We've had people have their death announced, and they weren't dead. They were just getting out of that name on Facebook to move on to their real name or a different name so that nobody knows who they are.
Fake funeral and shit.
And they'll even post strangers' pictures, and they'll put up a death notice. It's crazy, man.
It is, but to see, it's also like people know that people do that shit, but they still fall for it. And
there we go. Oh, I'm so sorry, and they come to find out a year later that they never did die.
Right.
It's crazy. Just fucking crazy.
And there's so many scams out there too now on the internet with like those GoFundMe things.
Oh yeah.
I saw somebody said GoFundMe so they can go on vacation. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. I haven't had a vacation in 5 years. Yeah.
Okay, if your house burned down or you got cancer or something, I might give you some money. I ain't funding your ass to go on vacation.
No. I want to go to Hawaii. Well, it's on my bucket list before I die. Would you fund me to go to Hawaii? No, I won't.
Yeah.
No,
maybe if the person was dying like that, it's their last year on Earth. Okay, I might even think about giving $5.
I mean,
that.
Isn't that what Make-A-Wish is for?
Well, that Make-A-Wish is only for children, though.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, a good friend of yours is down on their luck, or somebody, not even a good friend, somebody through your time, and it's legitimate, and they're sick and they're dying, and their last wish is to go to Disney World with their kids. I might give money towards that. But if you're a healthy motherfucker and you just don't want to work or something to earn that trip, you ain't getting 50 cents from me.
No, you're not getting a dime.
Right.
You're not getting a dime.
And there's people doing that. And then there's people giving them money. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, go ahead, go. Here you go. Here you go. Can I go with you?
Right. We can't even get a donation for some legitimate, real things that we do here.
No, we can't get a donation for nothing. We can't, but we do. I mean, we do it differently.
Right.
We do it differently than others do it.
But actually, if 90%, maybe 85% of our donations are employee donations.
Right. Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of which, I must throw out a thank you to Rob Boyer, who donated to the station over the weekend, which was very, very cool of him to do. So we thank him for that. And also want to send out a thank you to Wild Bill Hill. Although he never listens to our show, he'll tell you that.
Right. But at least he's honest.
Yeah, at least he's honest about it. But Wild Bill also donated to the station as well. So
yes,
that is very cool.
And Wild Bill's, although it is a donation, it's also we give back to him and we promote his business too. And that's the thing that you people can understand is that we will promote your business on this show or on the station, and all you have to do is make a donation. Now, we're not charging you for the ad because you're donating the money, but we're just giving to you that as a gift from us,
Right, exactly.
So that's what you're actually donating for some time. And if you – here's another thing. If you donate, I'll let you make a playlist, and I'll fucking put it in for you. I'll have one of the DJs give a special segment just for you.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be the listener.
Right.
You get a 10 song list of songs you want to hear, and our DJs will find it and play it for you. So if you want to donate that way, that's a good way to do it as well. Okay?
Right. And we've run promotions where you can be the program director and this and that. And I don't know why people don't. I mean, because I know people are listening. I can see the numbers.
Yeah.
And it's cool. We love you for listening. You don't have to. You could, it's a free station. But if you really like what we do, they see the reason why we ask is because we pay royalties.
Right.
Not a pirate radio station, like people think internet radio stations are. We actually pay more royalties at a higher cost than terrestrial radio stations do.
Correct.
So we have to pay. We have no advertisers and no advertising budget, but we still have to pay more than like Sirius Radio does.
Yeah, that's true.
And it makes no sense. And it was fine. We were under them until this past year when they raised our royalty rates by 66.5% hike. That's ridiculous.
Significant.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous. And I understand artists need to make money and everything, but from jumping to 66% hike, it put literally thousands of stations out of business.
Right.
It did. But in another thing, though, it's good for the stations that are sticking around because we're going to be the ones that are going to be left standing.
That's right. We are. It's going to make us stronger.
It will. And I think, the buzz is good. We're getting people clicking on ads. We're getting people coming in. We're getting people sharing stuff. We're getting people liking stuff. And, the more the name gets out there, the more that's all people have to do is actually listen. You have to give it at least an hour, okay?
Yeah.
Because we play so much damn music that the first 3 songs you hear you may not really like, but the next 6 might be your favorite songs.
Correct. Yeah, you just never know.
I
was out partying with Eddie Chris and Rob Boyer over the weekend. On yesterday afternoon, they had a big barbecue, and they do it once a year. And went out there and. We had a really good time, and I was talking to Rob about the music and the difference in the music, and he asked me, he says, "Hey, can I kind of deviate from my regular genre?" And I said, "It's your show, dude. It's your show. I got nothing to say about it." He goes, "Oh, okay. I was worried about people making, requests. They're requesting these songs and stuff, and I'm not playing them because, I don't want to." No. Hey, listen, if you got a listener, thank God you got listeners, first of all. And secondly, you give the listener what they want. I said, I told him, I said, now you'll play a couple of songs before you put the request on to keep them listening. And then you throw their song on because 9 times out of 10, those people who request a song, they hear their song and then bam, they're gone.
Right.
So it's up to you. I mean, on whether or not you want to play requests.
Requests are fine. I never did requests. I did suggestions.
Yeah. Give me a band. I'd rather have a band suggestion than a song.
Sure. Yeah.
Give me a band, and I'll play that fucking B-side you haven't heard in 25 years. I'm not going to play that hit song that you want to hear.
Or that you never heard at all.
Or that you never heard at all. So,
right.
Those are the tunages, man. That's the way it works.
See, that's why it works at this radio station, because he likes those obscure songs that people haven't heard of, and I actually like the hits. So
get
it's
both
like
worlds, man.
Right, it's like both worlds. So and I do like some of the B-sides and stuff too. Don't get me wrong, I really do. And I love hearing like new songs come on that like I had never heard before. It might have been a song you put in there, and I'm like, oh, and then I'll have to go investigate that band more and see if I like them. So it's also a learning experience, and it's like a college of rock, man.
Yeah, it is. It's literally a college of, we could, if the name wasn't already taken, we could be the School of Rock because we play a very diverse style of rock and roll. It's all rock. Don't get me wrong, but it is so much different. It's got soft rock. It's got hard rock. It's got metal. It's got
blues.
We got blues. I mean, we were rated #1 blues station. What was the name of that place?
Stream licensing.
Stream licensing, number one blues station on stream licensing. Then we were the number 2 station in rock.
Right.
I mean, that blows me away.
And the funny thing is, to win number 1 in blues, and we have blues in there, but it's not like you hear blues every hour. You might not hear blues all day.
Right.
But how could and we were voted number 1? That's because some of the rock songs are always verged on blue. Like Jimi Hendrix can consider blues or rock.
Oh yeah.
And
so
stuff
many
from
artists.
the Doors and stuff.
The Doors.
So there's different. Johnny Winter. We play a lot of Johnny Winter, and he's right there in the middle of.
Almond Brothers.
Yeah.
Almond Brothers. They are Southern blues rock. Yeah, they also what's his name? Doggone it! I was Clapton. Never mind. I got him on my brain.
But then we also play stuff like Buddy Guy.
Oh, Rory Gallagher.
Albert Collins and Rory Gallagher and Roy Buchanan. I mean, we play all this old 70s blues that terrestrial radio still don't play. That's right there is the ticket to it. We play the songs that terrestrial radio does play, and we play the songs that they've never played.
Right.
And we play a lot of live.
Yeah, we do live shows.
But live music too. We got a lot of live music.
Right. In our archives that you don't hear on the radio station anymore. Yeah, there's some live Zeppelin in there. There's some live Rolling Stones in there.
Yeah.
You don't hear those songs live on the radio.
We got live Metallica, live Beatles, live everything. And that's the thing is, I don't think I've ever heard live Metallica except for the Symphony album they did, but on the radio.
Right.
Or Beatles. Have you ever heard a live Beatles song on the radio?
The only one would be "Don't Let Me Down," and that was on the roof of Abbey Road.
Yeah, but was that truly live? I don't know. Was that?
Well, no, it was a live recording, but it was
live.
Yeah, it was a live recording, but I mean, it was like because they didn't step on that one at all. They didn't edit that song at all. They kept it exactly the way it was.
Right. It's definitely the most. That's why it was like a standard bluesy song. It wasn't like too technical. But I love that video of them with. I think Ringo had the fucking purple, rare, pink raincoat on or something.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a great video. Yeah,
it was, and that was 4 guys playing for the last time together as all 4 ever.
Yeah, ever. That was the last time. Yeah,
because they've only played in 3 difference. They played Lennon. It was never Lennon and McCartney together, but Harrison and Starr played with both Lennon and McCartney. So it was always.
Yeah, it was never all 4 of them together again.
And it was never Lennon and McCartney together ever again.
That's a fact. That is a fact. We're gonna have.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it was a shame. I mean, the guys were. I don't know. They grew apart, and John went one way, Paul went the other, and the other 2 Beatles were kind of George and Ringo were kind of left in the lurch on the whole thing.
Well, the other 2 Beatles didn't let their wives get involved.
That's true.
I think that was one of the issues.
Even when George was in trouble with Eric Clapton, George was amicable, man. He was friends with Eric Clapton even after all of the.
He was the best man at the wedding of the girl he stole.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. It doesn't make. And that's the way George was.
He was probably like.
George would have been happy. George would have been happy if the Beatles had stayed together forever.
He would have. And George actually divorcing Patty was the best thing that probably happened to him too, because he met the true love of his life and the mother of his son.
Yeah, Sharon. Yeah, is that her name? Sharon? I think it is Sharon.
Something like that. Yeah, and that woman were inseparable. And they were close, but she never got involved in his business. And that's his business. Music was his business, and George and Ringo's wives never did that. Barbara Bach was just as popular, more if not as Ringo.
That's true.
But fucking Linda Eastman and Yoko Ono were always. Paul McCartney's first solo album was Linda and Paul McCartney. Why? What did she do?
Right, exactly. Well,
I don't even. Did she,
Linda was backup vocals on Wings. She helped produce a few of the songs, and her voice, it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible, and it could always be fixed through technology.
oh yeah, auto
You
tune
know,
would have been good back then.
yeah. But she was good live too. There was nothing wrong with her voice live, and she did play instruments. I mean, she was musically inclined. I mean, it wasn't like she, was completely inept when it came to music. But she was never the caliber of Paul McCartney.
No, and
Never
what I'm
the
saying,
caliber of any of them guys.
yeah, they both of them, Lennon and McCartney, both like let their women get involved with their business, and that's what their job, and it should have done that. If you want your own career, let's do it. I'll help you.
Right.
But they shouldn't have been involved in Beatles business.
Right. Right.
Because
I think there was a lot of trouble stewing, man. I think,
there was. They were getting sick of each other. They were all into different music at the time.
They could have, without breaking up, the Beatles could have, after Let It Be was released, could have taken a 5-year break, and then did a reunion type of thing. But by then it was over because it was done.
Well, the 5 years would have been 75, and 75 was the year that Lennon decided to go on his 5-year break.
Right, and he didn't do anything for 5 years.
No, nothing from 75 to 80, and then he made arguably one of his best albums and got shot.
Exactly, yeah.
And
that was a great album.
I think that 5 years, he needed some time off to make that caliber of an album because he was tapped out.
Yeah.
He was
done.
He was done. He was writing shit. Like his 75, and like when he left the Beatles, his music was okay. It wasn't great. Imagine was awesome, but the rest of the stuff was okay.
Yeah,
and
it wasn't okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't him. And I think he needed. But now when Double Fantasy came out, that was John Lennon again.
Yeah, John Lennon, and it was on his own. You know, John always wrote about love songs. John wrote about relationships and friendships and things like that. And Paul McCartney wrote about the fantasy. And he was, John Lennon was not your typical. And then when they collaborated together, on the most part, it was the psychedelic. It was the storytelling. Was always Paul McCartney. Rocky Raccoon. He was always the storyteller. John was all about love and relationships.
John was about love and politicalness.
Yeah, and and he was not politically correct.
No, he wasn't, but he was about politics, and he was about
he was all about politics, and when he did Revolution, when they did Revolution, I think that he struck a nerve. Everybody called him a communist, but in actuality, he was talking against communism.
Right.
He was talking about everybody living in peace, man. Everybody, mind your own fucking business,
Well, John Lennon was a millennial before the millennials happened because he was all about peace and love and respect each other.
Well, the millennials are not more. They are not like that at all. I mean,
that's what they think, though.
Yeah. Well, that's what they claim, but I ain't buying any of it.
We should get one on the show. Any millennials want to come on? Come on.
Yeah, and you want to tell me what you're all about? Bring it. I'd love to hear from you. Just let me know.
Let's get a millennial, a feminist, and a racist on the show at the same time.
Right.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have because those three could talk.
Correct.
We could just do whatever. Read the news or. But of all my favorite Beatles lyrics, what
out of all favorite Beatles lyrics, Eleanor Rigby, Eleanor Rigby. Are you there?
What up, there, dude?
Hey, we got the Emerald King on the phone. Hold on a second. I'm answering a question for Guido here. Hang on a second. He asked me what my favorite Beatles lyrics are, and they are Eleanor Rigby as the priest walks away from the grave and brushes the dirt off his hands, and no one was saved. So that's one of my favorite. I don't know. There are several favorite.
Well,
Beatles.
mine would be And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you
Love
make.
you make. That's always a great one. That's a great
Yeah,
one there.
and
I should have
that's
known
kind of
better than. I should have known better. Was a great line too. So hey,
hey, Emerald King, what's up?
Emerald King, what's up, bro?
Hey,
What's up? We've just been talking
what's
about.
up?
Not that much, man. What's up, Your Majesty? We're just talking about the
Man,
Beatles. We're just talking about the Beatles.
Well, we got two kings
well,
here.
that's a
So
good subject.
he's the West King. I'm the East King. Is that how it
Yeah,
goes?
yeah. You're like the Wicked Witch of the East, and he's the Wicked Witch of the West. That
Right.
kind of thing going on. Yeah. What's up, dude? Bitch?
What's up?
Not much. Just
We're just,
doing the show.
yeah.
Yeah, Nevada's in deep shit, dude.
Who?
Nevada, the state of Nevada ran out of weed.
Well, I know that.
Well, why?
I knew that.
Why? Because they put you out of
Because
business?
there's not enough. Yeah, and there's not enough. There's not enough growers anymore.
Yeah.
They put everybody out of business. They fucked everybody. It's going to change.
That's
It'll
because they need
change.
to legalize it federally instead of state by state.
Well, yeah,
Because
they have to
Federally legalize
certify
it,
more
then
growers too.
Right.
Right.
And
You know, they need to certify growers.
they don't have
There's
enough.
not enough certified growers
Yeah. And,
to supply the stores.
right.
Um,
And-
because it's been so illegal, it's just, they shut everybody down all the time and charge outrageous prices to grow it, and it's just, that's what makes it so expensive to buy it, and it's a shortage. There's a big shortage.
right. All the stores are short on weed, aren't they? Not just in
Yeah,
Nevada.
there are.
Not just in Nevada.
No,
There's more on the street than
Colorado too.
there's more on the street than there are is in the
Colorado,
stores.
Washington.
And-
Everybody is out,
And Nevada didn't prepare for it because they don't have any growers in Nevada. They have to import their weed into their state. And,
Yeah.
and from what
Yeah,
I
and
understand,
Hard to get there.
and from what I understand is the state of California won't permit the company to bring the weed into
No.
the state out of the state. They're not allowed to take it out of the
No,
state.
because it's illegal.
Right, it's federally illegal.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are they going to do?
Yeah, they're gonna
Well,
The only way they can get it in there is to import it from other states that are surrounding it are only states that are illegal.
right.
So it's
that's
going to
why
be tough for them.
you can't transfer it past these states that are illegal because it's bringing an illegal substance through state lines now.
Exactly. And you'll be jailed and fined up the butt. It'll jack up the price of everything. And you can't grow it in Nevada very well.
Right.
It's too hot, too cold, and you can do indoor,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it's
can do
going
the
to take time.
hydroponics.
It's not overnight thing.
Right.
It's going to take months to get established, and then they got to have to, have certified growers. You have
Well,
to
they
buy a
should have
license.
known better because Nevada's got the biggest tourism rate. Of course, these people are going to come and try some weed.
Oh yeah,
You
they
got
have 420 friendly hotels now,
Right.
Yeah.
where you can go there and get your own weed and smoke out right there
Yeah,
in
so
the
you should
casinos.
have tons of it on hand because the weed heads are coming.
Kick back by the pool and light up. You can go to the bar and light up. You can just
Yeah.
you can
Isn't
light
that
up
funny?
at the restaurant.
But if you light up a cigarette, you're getting a fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's understandable.
Well, here in New York, the fine for getting caught smoking a joint in public is cheaper than the fine for smoking a cigarette in public.
It's that bad, New
Yeah.
York? It's that
Yeah.
bad, New York? No
Oh,
shit.
New York's bad with smoking laws. I
Oh,
mean,
you're in
you
New York?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in New York?
Yeah,
Oh, right
New
on.
York.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
do
right
me
on.
Your Majesty, Emerald King, Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Turn your TV down.
It's down. There's somebody playing music down the road here, and it's loud. Let me go inside.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. They're playing that rap shit.
You heard that?
I don't know what they're playing.
Yeah.
They're playing some Tupac.
Some Tupac.
Yeah. I can't understand it.
I smoke Tupacs a day.
I smoke Tupacs a day.
Do you?
He smokes
Todd?
What? 2 packs a day?
Yeah.
No, I smoke a pack.
Come on, be honest.
No, I'm
Come
telling
on,
you,
liar.
I smoke a pack. On a bad day, a pack and a half.
I'm about 2.5.
But see, you got to remember, I get 2 cigarettes a day while I'm at work. So that's 8 hours a day. I only get 2 cigarettes. So that helps me out. I don't.
Why do you only get...
I can't smoke all the time at work.
I see.
Shit, I can.
If I could walk away from my desk, for 5 minutes and smoke.
Cigarettes are expensive in New York.
Oh yeah, they're $10.
How much are they a pack in New York?
Between 10 and 12.
Yeah, that's that minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we buy, like where I am, I'm close to a Native American Indian reservation, so I buy their brand of cigarettes for $20 a carton.
So
that's not bad.
Yeah.
No, but but they're generic cigarettes. They're not name brand cigarettes, So they're not that great. But $20 a carton compared to $100+ a carton is a
see
big
what we
fucking
do.
difference.
You see what we do to the natives of this country? We give them the rat shit cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
That those generic cigarettes. If it's a class 3A cigarette, it's premium tobacco.
Well, this says premium on it.
Well, it has premium on it, but what is the rating on the side of the box?
There is no rating because these are not. Oh, wait a minute. There is a rating. Wait, let me see.
How many?
I can't see. It's I need glasses. No, it doesn't have a rating. It just says made in Canada.
Oh, well, made in Canada. There you go.
Yeah.
So what they do is I was watching this thing on, I guess it was National Geographic, talking about the tobacco industry. And the premium cigarettes are the tobacco that rolls across the top of the fucking thing and goes into the shredder and then it's put into cigarettes. What's on the floor that goes underneath that conveyor is leftovers, and they sweep those into a pile, and then they put those over into another machine that makes your other brand, your lesser brand, like Marlboro goes this one way, and then these shit cigarettes go the other way. Okay, so they take the leftover tobacco up off the floor. Okay, but there's an animal in the world that loves tobacco, and that's the rat.
Yeah.
And the rat shits on the floor, and they sweep up the floor. And if you're smoking those generic cigarettes, and it's not a name brand or AAA classification, you're smoking rat shit more than likely.
Well, the name of my cigarettes, are called Senecas, and they got a big Indian chief on the front.
Oh, Seneca. Alcohol, tobacco, and guns. That's all you can buy on an Indian reservation down here. You got the cigarettes.
Oh, no, it's...
Well,
you can't buy no alcohol.
No, you got to buy
they
alcohol.
Get their tobacco from Virginia. That's where they get to Canada.
Yeah,
they get their Virginia tobacco.
They do.
And North Carolina. Yeah.
It's the floor
It's good tobacco.
The cigarettes I smoke are not like Marlboro, but they're not horrible. They're not.
Are they short burning? Do they smoke up real fast?
No. They go out if you don't suck on it.
Well, that's because they got that new chemical. They got that new chemical in there, and the chemical. The fire retardant. That's killing us all. It's Agent Orange to us. It's like it's like sucking on cyanide. It's like sucking on cyanide. Fucking Adolf Hitler. Let's suck on cyanide for a minute.
We're all controlled by the government anyways.
Oh, sure.
We're not a free country anymore.
Hell no. They're going to tell us what we can and can't smoke. They're going to tell us what we can and can't buy. Matter of fact, they're going to control us into buying the stuff. They're already doing that. They watch what you do, folks. I mean, you think that they don't.
I got a speeding ticket this morning.
Did you really?
I was doing like 90. Yeah, I was doing like 90.
Yeah.
And he pulled me over. He was fucking in on his motorcycle hiding.
Yeah.
Chips.
And, I barely seen him, but I was too late, And I looked down at my speedometer, and I was passing some slowpoke, and I just jumped on it for a second, And there he was, walking right there.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Oh well.
What was the speed limit there? 65?
65, yeah.
65. So
He said, "Well, I didn't know. I realized I was going that fast, and I was just keeping up with traffic. Oh, you were going faster than any traffic. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I was just passing somebody.
Did he give you a ticket for the full 92, or did he give you a break on it?
No, he said 100. Oh, it says on the ticket about 100.
Oh, that's reckless and imprudent. You'll never drive again in the state of California.
So, was his name Officer Poncherelli?
Huh?
Was he from Chips?
Was he from Chips? Was it Highway?
I think it was the CHP. Yeah, yeah, it was the CHP, I believe.
I used to love.
I didn't get a chance to look at him, but yeah.
So did he ask?
They're always patrolling that.
Did he ask to search your vehicle?
No, he didn't. It was a real quick deal. Make money and go.
Make their money and go, because that's going to cost you, man.
Yeah, about 400, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got those TLC places. You go down there, traffic law centers or something, and go down there and get it reduced. It's worth it.
Oh, maybe I can go to the school.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're definitely going to get some points there.
Yeah, you'll get some huge, but the points are more valuable than the money.
Well, I've only gotten one ticket in over 20 years, so
right,
and this is it. So
yeah,
that's a doozy.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a doozy. That's a doozy. Did you tell him I was just passing that asshole doing 40 and a 60? How come you didn't give him a ticket?
Yeah. Yeah, no.
My mother-in-law got one for going too slow.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they'll do that.
They'll get you for going too slow because they think you're drunk and you don't know how you're driving because drunks drive real slow. They think they're doing. Yeah.
Am I driving okay? I think we're parked, man.
Dude, far out, yeah. Put it in drive, dude. Put it in drive.
That's some good shit, man. It's Labrador. Labrador.
Here, eat this. My favorite part of any Cheech Chong movie is when she snorted the Comet, the cleanser.
Oh, the cleanser?
Yeah.
Oh, the girl worked up the cleanser, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good.
Or
when he made him eat the soap and then drink the pee.
Yeah, drink the pee. Yeah.
When he thought the bag of soap was cocaine, and he stuck it in his face, and then he grabbed the urine and drank it. That was best.
Yeah. My favorite part of the movie is when they're in the Chinese restaurant and Pee Wee Herman is with them, and they're doing the cocaine on the table, under the table and shit. I think that's funny. I think that's just fucking hilarious, And the look on
he got caught up in a movie theater.
Cheech's face. The look on his face. He's got white all over his little mustache and shit. He's got white all over his face. And he comes out from underneath the table going, "Oh, it's hilarious, fucking hilarious, folks! If you haven't seen the movie in a while, check it out. It's funny."
He's a fat fuck now.
Yeah, he's a little bigger than he used to be, but aren't we all? I mean, I got a belly on me. I mean, we all got.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, but I'm not, a celebrity.
All right, but he's also. You have to remember, he's like 73. So
is he?
Yeah, I think he is. As a matter of fact, I know he's older than I am, and I'm 60 now. So he's
Tommy Chong's older than him. So then, how old's fucking Tommy Chong?
Tommy Chong's probably getting up there in years too. I don't know. Let's look that up. That's something we can Google.
He's like the coolest fucker in the earth.
Yeah,
Tommy. He was born in 1938. Tommy Chong. Tommy Chong's 79.
79 years old. Yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
and I think Cheech is just as old. He's probably
Cheech is
74, 75,
Yeah.
71.
71. Oh, nice.
Damn.
Oh.
Sweet.
I didn't know they was that fucking old.
Yeah. Yeah,
I can't like
they were full adults when they were, of course, they were in their 30s when they made those when they became famous. I mean, when they did
Well,
the
yeah,
movies
because they
and
were
shit.
stand-up comedians and record comedians for 8 years before they did the movies.
Right, exactly. They waited for
Yeah.
enough. They waited enough.
Well, it wasn't that they
Let's do a
waited; it
dope
was that
deal.
nobody would do a doper movie until the late 70s.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody would. In the early 70s, everybody was like, "No, we can't do that." And then
Other than
they
Reefer Madness.
right, but that was against marijuana. But they made the stoner movie popular. Cheech and Chong single-handedly created the stoner movie genre.
Oh yeah, like Dazed
Yeah.
and Confused, movies like Dazed and Confused,
Right, yeah, half-baked.
Half-Baked. Where's my
And then
car?
they lock Tommy Chong. They lock him up for selling bongs to make an
Yeah.
example.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those punk
said-
cops. They're punks,
He said
man.
when
I
they
swear.
fucking arrested him, he had 2 pounds of weed on the table. He goes, "That's recreational. That's mine. That's my personal use."
Yeah.
I'll smoke
And it
that in a
probably
week,
is.
man. And it probably is. He probably smoked that much in a week. He's medicated. I mean, he is
Yeah.
completely medicated on marijuana. That's what he's
he's
done.
still
And you know what?
intelligent.
I still think, if not for marijuana, he wouldn't have made it to 79. I think he'd have been
Correct.
dead by now.
But
Maybe.
he's very
Maybe.
intelligent.
I think Cheech quit. I think Cheech quit smoking.
No,
Yeah.
he's
Him
been,
and
But he'd been an
Woody
active.
Harrelson too.
Yeah, I think he's been an activist though to still get it legal.
right.
Yeah.
The reason why they both got out of it was because of legal contracts. Cheech Marin got out of it because he was doing a lot of television, like Miami Vice and all these other shows, and so he
Yeah.
kind of said, "Look, I got to be cool, right?"
I
And then
don't think Chong ever stopped.
Woody Harrelson got
I don't
blackballed,
think so either. No. Chong never stopped.
Yeah.
and Woody Harrelson got blackballed, and he was out of movies and shit for a long time until just recently. He's going to be in the new Planet of the Apes movie.
Oh, yeah.
Woody Harrelson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the new, and this one's supposed to be the best
War.
one out of all of them.
He was one of
Yeah, I
my
bet.
favorite
Looks good.
TV characters of all time. When he was Woody on Cheers, that was one of the greatest characters ever.
Oh yeah, and he was stoned.
Yeah, he was good.
You didn't recognize it at the time, but he was
Yeah.
stoned the whole time.
No,
was
he
fucking-
reminded me of John Travolta back in the day.
Oh,
with,
Vinny Barbarino.
Vinny Von Marino.
Yeah, Vinny Barbarino. Yeah.
Yeah, welcome
Yeah.
back.
Or
Tom.
even or even Sean Penn when he was doing the High Times.
Spicoli.
Spicoli, yeah. I certainly hope you brought enough for everyone. Well, sure, Mr. Hand.
Mr. Hand.
Was he my favorite Martian, that dude?
Yeah, he was my favorite
Yeah.
person. Yeah, he was a funny motherfucker.
Was
Yeah.
it Ray Walston or something?
Yeah, Ray. Ray. Exactly. That's exactly who it was. He
God
played.
damn,
with
I'm good.
Bill. Played with. What was his name? Bill Bixby. Is that the guy's name that would play the guy?
The Hulk.
on-
Yeah.
The Hulk.
Yeah, Bill Bixby.
He also did My Favorite Martian.
Yep. He also did that one with the little kid, Bill Bixby. What was it? I can't think of it. He did with his son or whatever.
Oh yeah, my best friend. Yeah, my
Yeah,
best
yeah.
friend. Yeah. He's my one joy, my cuddly toy, my up, my down, my.
Yeah.
You know the whole fucking song, but what's the name of the show?
We're old, guys. We're very old.
Yeah. Goddamn. I don't
Come
get
on.
it. I can't think of it. What is the name of that fucking show? Come on.
Courtship.
Courtship of Eddie's father.
There.
And they always had
There
these.
it is.
They always had these plain Jane women coming into the show to be, courted by the father, and they
Right.
were all plain Jane. They were all just
And-
plain Jane.
And what was they had the Oriental housekeeper or whatever, wasn't it?
Yeah. He'd probably banging her on the side.
Uh,
I don't, Oh, that's me.
I wanted to ask a question. How come every time, I don't know if it's like this in California or the Midwest there, but anytime in New York when I order Chinese food, no matter how much I order, it's 15 minutes.
Oh,
Really?
well, because they have they don't care.
But it's always 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Well, they're quick, man. They're fast little fuckers. You ever try to catch one?
Well, no.
I mean, you're eating rat and cat. How fast do you think these guys are? They're faster than hell.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know. I told the one guy that they should have the Noah's Ark platter, and he didn't get it. And he's like, "Why?" I said, "I see green alligators and logneck geese, some monkeyback camels and some chimpanzees." And he's like, "I don't get it," because he didn't know the song.
I kid, because there's a lot of great Chinese restaurants out there.
Oh, it is a common fucking joke about it, but I eat that food all the time, and even if it was, oh well, I still like it.
I remember back in the day when I was in the service, a lot of the African Americans in my group where I was stationed or who I was stationed with, especially when I was with the Marines, they would order Chinese food all the time. And they would bring it back onto the base and go into the barracks with it. And the whole fucking place would reek like fucking Chinese food. And I was stuck eating fucking mess hall food all night, And I go, oh, fuck.
Why don't you have them bring you some back?
Yeah, well, no, I didn't know they were doing it. They were out partying. And then when they got done partying, they'd pick up some Chinese food and bring it back. I said, dude, where'd you get that?
Why were they partying? And why were you slapping your pud back at the barracks?
Because I was broke, dick. I was so broke I couldn't pay attention. Remember, I was always buying. I was always in trouble. So
Yeah, I was private jackass for a long time.
Yeah, I was a horse's ass. I was in trouble all the time. So, but
they find you.
Yeah, they find you, and then the next thing you know, they take all your money, and you go, "What the fuck? I'm broke."
Right.
And they'll restrict you. Yeah, they restrict you to the ship and take $365 a month for 3 months. Well, I make $368. Exactly, motherfucker. And then you end up mooching, and then you end up mooching cigarettes, and you ain't got no money.
But you remember the monkey meat in the Philippines?
Oh yeah, I ate monkey meat. I also ate dog in Korea.
That was good.
I was always friends with the MPs and made sure that I was an engineer and I worked in the tool garage. So anytime that those MPs needed tools or anything to fix their home with, I always made sure I had it for them. So if I ever got in a bar fight or whatever, I just got helped and brought back to the barracks. I never formally got arrested.
Right.
Oh, good.
But that's not always, but that was how it was. What can I do for you? I was in charge of all the tools for the engineers, So, hey, I need a fucking, whatever, something for this job, a table saw, whatever. All right, here, borrow this one, bring it back Monday. I don't want to be arrested, So you help the people that would help you, and that's actually how the military runs, and all facets of it. There's so much black market shit, people buying shit in China, Korea, shipping it back and selling it. It's ridiculous. I know we've all done it.
Yeah. Well, I brought the weed back with me.
You take Marlboro cigarettes to Germany with you, and you're going to be a rich man.
Oh yeah, they love Marlboro. Mm-hmm. They love the Marlboro.
Yeah.
Especially now, since it's the European Union, they only buy European cigarettes there now.
Right.
This is what I'm hearing. You can't get Marlboro. You can't get premium cigarettes.
Yeah, but like Europe's not in the Britain or England, rather, whatever the fuck it is not in the European Union anymore.
Well, when you were in the Navy, when I was in the Navy, we'd be out to sea for so long, all they would have left at the fucking PX on the ship was Camels, non-filters, or Pall Mall non-filters left. And then you would go in and you would buy a pack of them. Oh, my God. I feel like somebody had been standing on my fucking chest by the end of the fucking day. But you had to have them. You had to have them, So, hey,
I don't know. I never went on a boat that long. That's why I joined the Army, because I wanted to stay right on land.
Yeah, feet firmly on the ground
That's it, man.
until D-Day.
Yeah,
Until,
well, yeah. I mean, but I would never be on a ship. The only thing I would be on a ship was to get transported to where I was going.
So how long do you think? Let me ask you this, and no offense to anyone out there that's listening that may be Korean or Asian. How long do you think it would take us to take North Korea
10 seconds.
without nuclear power?
Depends.
Without nuclear power, how long?
They have a no. Oh, listen, if we took the full force of the American army, the South Korean army, and the Chinese army, they're tiny. They got like nobody.
Okay, so
They're only a threat.
Would it be faster than going to Baghdad? I mean, if we had the Chinese on our side, but what if we didn't have the Chinese on our side?
If the Chinese were on their side, then that would be World War III.
Right.
There's 4 billion people in China.
Yeah, I think they'll stay off. I think China will stay out of it. But we've been to Korea before, and we didn't never take them out.
Right.
So,
Well, that's because the politicians wouldn't let us. But that Korean War was a bad war. The Korean War was, we weren't ready for that shit that they were doing. Yeah.
And we were a police action. It wasn't even considered a war at first.
Right.
Same with Vietnam.
Yeah, that's what it would be. That's what it would be too. I think it can go on for many years. Really.
Yeah.
They'd be, guerrilla fighting us for years. I don't think it'll end any real soon.
Yeah, but I don't.
I think we take out the news.
What do you think about maybe a Moab right there in Pyongyang, right on his mansion, and just take the fucker out?
Yeah,
because
he won't be home.
That would be illegal for us to do.
Right,
because
we're no longer allowed to assassinate.
Right, you're not, and not only that, you can't attack another country without just cause. I mean, they got the nuke right now that they're fucking around with, but we don't even know if that nuke works or if it's real because they're a bunch of.
You know what? I was thinking that's a great point, Guido. That's a great fucking point because I was thinking just the other day that this sounds an awful like and smells an awful lot like Iraq. Oh, he's got weapons of mass destruction. He's got fucking nukes. He's got this and cut there, and it turns out they're stuck in 1929. Right. I mean, they don't have that kind of shit. And
no, they don't.
That's
what
they
don't have
the
technology.
That's what worries me about North Korea is that we're going to get there and we're going to find out they ain't got shit.
But here's the thing: even if they don't got shit, unlike Iraq, who we had no business being in. North Korea hates America.
Yeah,
Iraq hates America. Iraq hates America because we went to war there when we shouldn't have, and ruined their country.
Yeah,
I think the society is so closed though that the people who live in North Korea don't know.
Oh, they're lied to. No, they don't. They're told that we hate them, and they're told that we're the enemy. They're not told what they can't even use the internet there. They don't even know what goes on outside of their country.
Is that crazy? Is that crazy? I mean, it just seems to me that's fucking nuts, man.
He controls everything. He controls everything. There's no internet. There's no, leaving that country if you have no diplomatic business. And nothing from the outside world is allowed in. No magazines, no books, nothing.
Nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, and these poor people who are going over there on vacation, stop it. What were you fucking thinking?
Yeah, I would never go there.
I mean, think about that for just a minute. Either they've got the balls the size of a fucking elephant, or they're just stupid people. I'm betting they're stupid. The guy ripped a poster down off a wall at a hotel, and they locked him up for 10 years, and he came back brain dead.
Well, because it's not. Yeah. It's very hard labor in North Korean prisons, and not only do they, if you do something in North Korea that's against their law, they'll even put your whole family in prison.
Oh, that's true. If you say something about the government or Kim Jong-un or anything like that, then you're done. The whole family is done. They
Absolutely.
nip that shit in the bud. Yeah.
Well, it's the most. It's so backwards of what used to be around the world. They're the only country that. I'm not saying they're the only country that has totalitarian rule, but they're the only ones that doesn't know anything about the outside world. As far as they know, it's still the 50s, how it was with North Korea versus South Korea. They have no clue what goes on.
We don't keep dogs as pets, even. We eat them. We raise them to eat them, just like they do. That's what they tell them that. We don't have dogs. We mistreat our animals, which some people do, but I mean, for the most part, we don't. And that we are all of our weapons of mass destruction are aimed at North Korea.
Oh yeah, they tell them all kinds of lies like that.
They think that they are under the what I think should happen was and far be it from me, because I ain't the president, right? But what I think what would happen is if we decided to invade North Korea, there would be hundreds of thousands of deaths. We're talking in the range of 300 to 500,000.
Well, those people are trained that we're such a bad enemy that they'll all stand up and fight against us because we're their mortal enemy as far as their government tells them. And then, but the weirdest part about it is that they cross that one line, they're in a country that's in allegiance with us. So how can we be so bad if the country right next to you or that shares the same soil as you thinks that we're their friend?
The only way that we're going to make Korea one Korea and for that wall to come down is to just strangle him.
Right.
Just cut him off. No oil.
But then again,
no technology, no weapons, no nothing.
That's inhumane.
No, I mean you can send in food. You can send in food and you can send in water, but the people don't get it anyways.
They don't accept it.
They don't get it.
Yeah, they won't accept it.
Yeah, the people don't get it. It's stored.
No.
It's stored for the army. The army is the only ones that benefit from that.
China is their number one importer of all their stuff they need.
Yeah. Well,
so
they buy the coal from Korea.
Or wherever. Yeah, they have certain places that they buy, I think, but most of their agriculture and that comes from China. A lot of their food and
rice.
Their stuff. Right. And so China would have to be, and if China and South Korea had cut them off, they would be pretty bad because they don't have enough things to properly do it their own.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if we got shut off in this country from everybody else, we can sustain ourselves because we have oil here. We just choose not to fucking use it.
Yeah, we've been sitting on it for decades, for centuries. For 2 centuries. We were importing oil at the turn of the century. We were actually importing it.
How do you think all these fucking Rockefeller got rich? Because he found fucking oil here, and he made the biggest gas station in the world, And don't be stupid. There's oil here.
There's oil here.
We don't need Arabian oil.
No, we don't need Saudi Arabian oil. And you've noticed, you both noticed that your gas prices have come way down.
They have.
Last week, I paid $1.70 a gallon for the first time in 5 years.
There's still two here.
Yeah. Well,
5 years. $2.79 here. $2.79 cheapest.
Well, right now it's back up to that was a gas war between 4 gas stations located at 44 and Lindbergh here in St. Louis, and those 4 stations, and I was driving, and I heard about it on the news that they were in a price war, so I wanted to go by and see, I wanted to be on the news, right? So I would go by, and I fucking pull in to the gas station, sure enough, it's $1.69.9. I said, son of a bitch,
dude,
fill her up.
I was watching the news. I was watching the news the other morning, they said they were giving away free gas at the Shell station down the road.
Yeah.
And I hauled ass down there. It's from Honda, the giveaway from Honda.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a fill up for free. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty cool.
Nice. Got a free fill up. Honda paid for it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, good for Honda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I got to do something for Honda here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want free gas? You want free gas in New York? You go to the taco stand.
Good one.
That's about the only way you're
get
getting
some
it.
Yeah. They give
There
it
is
up for
nothing
Honda.
free in this state.
No, there's nothing free in New York, I'm sure. There's not much free here either. The zoo is still free in St. Louis.
Not here.
Is it?
Yeah, it's still
Not
free.
here.
After all these years, it's still free. Of course, they depend on donations, and we've got a caring and loving society in St. Louis County that takes care of all that shit. So, but you do donate when you buy a fucking soda while you're there, or food. It's extremely expensive for food, and they no longer allow you to bring food in. They used to let you bring in a picnic.
Yeah, but it's good. Yeah, because now they can make the money off the food.
Correct. And then you go to the petting zoo with the kids, and the food that you feed to the animals, you're paying for that food that you're feeding to the animals. You got to buy a sack of food.
Exactly. Yeah.
You pay for that, and so they sustain themselves pretty well. And it's a great zoo. It's one of the best zoos in the world, and it's free. So if you're in the St. Louis area out there, come by and check out our zoo. It's kick ass.
Yeah, we have a nice zoo too, and a lot of where I am, things that were built by a guy named Frederick Law Olmsted, who built Central Park and Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. He designed the zoo here in Buffalo, and it's still the same zoo that he designed back in like the 1900s.
Wow.
But it's not free. At one time, there was no like gates on the whole thing. You could just walk through it. I don't know how safe that was back in the day with monkeys and shit, but now it costs to get in, but it's not expensive, and it's in the same spot, and most of it's the same, and it was open in 1875.
Yeah, I think Korea has a nice zoo too. They said North Korea.
South Korea.
Yeah, it's right next to the restaurant.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's right next to the. You guys are cruel, man.
I
hope
care.
Kim Jong-un isn't listening tonight. He's going to drop a nuke on my house.
Yeah. Did you ever see that movie with about him and what's his name? Seth Rogen's in it and James Franco.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking funny.
You haven't seen that, Todd?
Oh, The Interview. That's the name of it.
The Interview, yeah, with Kim Jong-un.
And the tiger,
I've never seen it. I've never seen
that's
it.
good.
Well, according to that interview, Kim Jong's favorite song is Katy Perry. What's that song? Firework.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Firework.
Sometimes he feels like a plastic bag floating in the breeze.
What's the name of the movie again?
The Interview.
I'm going to have to look into that. I think it's on HBO right now.
Probably. It's free on Netflix, or not Netflix, YouTube.
On YouTube? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool movie. The one guy falls in love with the I don't know, the officer chick. She's pretty hot.
She is.
It's pretty good movie.
I might check that out.
It is. It wasn't in theaters because Sony was afraid that they were going to be targeted by North Korea because they were mocking them.
Oh,
yeah.
Remember the movies? What was that? That Top Gun movie? What the hell was the name of it? Where God damn it, was a comedy. With you're testing my memory. You know which one I'm talking about already, Guido.
What is it again?
With Tom. God damn it.
Top Gun?
No, it wasn't Top Gun. It was Hot Shot.
Hot Shots with it's not with Tom. It's with freaking what's his face?
Sheen.
Not Sheen. Yeah, Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Charlie Sheen. God, I am dead. Dead man walking here, folks. Charlie Sheen in Hot Shots when he killed Saddam Hussein. That was hilarious. That was pretty fucking funny there. But it wasn't near as funny as this interview thing is, huh?
No, the interview was funny because they made Kim too look like a fag, which was cool.
Oh, like a homosexual? I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah. I think he may be.
Yes, that was a good movie. I've seen it twice.
Yeah, you should see it. I can't believe you didn't see it, man.
No,
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I had no, I
Great
had no
movie.
inclination to watch that. I don't watch a lot of movies. I really don't. Maybe I should start, but I think it's a big waste of time. I mean,
Why?
that's too. So, well, you go to a movie. Okay, suppose you go to a movie you don't like. That's 2.5 hours of your life you don't fucking get back.
You get
Oh
Netflix,
God.
and then if you don't like it, you turn it off.
Well, yeah, but still, you always want to see the end of the movie, whether it's good or bad. I mean,
Hell no! I can watch a movie for 40 minutes, be like, "This fucking sucks," turn it off, and watch something different.
It's like reading books. Okay, it's like reading books. That's 10 days of my life I ain't getting back. Because if it ain't got pictures, it takes me forever to read a fucking book.
Well, what else are you going to do in those 10 days that's productive?
What else am I going to do in 10 days that's productive? Go out and earn a fucking living. I got to go to work, man.
I used to take the bus to work. It was like a 45 minute to an hour bus ride. I would read every day. And half the time I get off the last stop, so I'd be sleeping. By the time I get to the bus driver, I'd have to say, "Hey."
Yeah.
But,
Reading puts me to sleep.
Yeah, it depends on what
Reading
you're
puts
reading,
me
I
to
guess.
sleep. Too.
If it's a magazine,
Everything.
if it's a Maxim magazine, or if it's which is nothing but advertising now, you know that, right? If you pick up a Maxim magazine, they got naked girls advertising for every product on the face of the earth, and they're all hot. Life is not that great. They're actually, have you ever
They
thought
should do
that,
one for just regular women, just women they find on the street.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see the
And the airbrushing.
Yeah.
Right, even porn, I don't like when it comes to porn, do you prefer the women to be extremely hot, or do you prefer them to be everyday chicks?
Next girl, the girl next door.
The girl next door kind of thing. Not that hot babe with the buxom ass and the
No, because
the nice,
I'm never getting
big,
that.
perfect tit. You're never
And
going to
the
get
face
that,
tit.
right? Yeah, the face is perfect. No, but a good
And the
butter,
face tit.
a good butter face in a porn.
That's right.
A good butter face in a porn is good. I mean, everything butter face. Okay.
Yeah, but see, they're all fake, and so how can you even give her a good blowjob with like plastic lips?
All right. Well, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I like I like the big lips. That's okay. That's a turn on. But
You should also like granny panties.
I love granny panties. I mean, that's there's no getting out of that. I mean,
Do you like teeth in or teeth out?
I prefer the teeth out.
Out. Okay.
Yeah, I prefer the teeth out because there's nothing like a slip and slide.
So all you have to do is go to your local nursing home, and your dreams will come true.
Well, yeah, but then I go to prison. I go to prison for a long time. I mean, I'm not into that at all.
Not if it's consensual. They'll put here.
Yeah,
Let's
but
lift Wisconsin up.
We're not. He thinks that he. Okay, all right. You think that because I like granny panties, that I like older women, and that's not the case.
Oh, I know that's not the case, but it's still more fun to portray it that way.
Oh, I see.
I prefer bikini underwear over thong. Thong
Yeah, I don't like thongs.
turns me off.
You don't like a thong.
I don't like the.
No, because it's been riding up that crack all day. Hope you wiped your ass.
Yeah, and it's yeah. I don't like that.
I
I like regular bikini pants.
Yeah, I like the bikini briefs.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I don't like the boys. I don't like the boy underwear. I like the regular.
There's nothing like
I like the regular girl.
Yeah, like the
With the cotton lining on the bottom there, I like that. That's good.
You like that,
and it's a turn on.
Yeah, it is. I agree. No, better than them damn granny bloomers.
No.
Yeah.
I like the
well, they're a
cotton
little
panties.
big. Actually.
I like the cotton panties, and where they don't, and when they put on right, they will show the camel toe, and that's my interest. Yeah. That's what I'm interested in. Yeah,
you could wear any pants and see the camel toe.
No,
not
necessarily. Dude,
I
saw
walked
it.
through.
Dude, over the weekend.
That's why I like.
I gotta tell you,
I like the
stretchy
Asian porn from the the little schoolgirls and shit like that. They wear the
Right.
cool panties I like.
Yeah, but they
I
blur
like
out.
that.
They blur out the penis in those. It looks
Yeah,
like
they do. They do.
It looks like
Yeah.
an invisible dick fucking somebody. I hate it.
Yeah.
You know, not that I want to see the dick, but I don't want to see this blurb going in and out either. You know,
Right.
it just doesn't make sense to me. But that's their.
Yeah.
You can do anything you want. It can be as sick as you want it to be, as long as it
They're
doesn't
very
show that
promiscuous.
penis.
Very, very promiscuous young ladies over there. Nice. I like it. I want to go there. I want to be reborn there.
You want to be reborn?
I want to be reborn there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
In
sorry.
Japan.
I had to answer my phone.
This past weekend was National Nude Week.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't realize it was only certain hours. I got caught twice.
You had twice, huh?
Yeah.
They had a big festival right here in St. Louis land, locally here in St. Louis, and it's something acres. I can't think of the full name of the place. It's not Green Acres, but it's something acres. And they had National Nude Day, and they invited everybody, whether you're clothed, unclothed, or whatever. You can come out there. It's an option, clothing optional resort is what it is. And I got a live report from that. And the guy that was there, he said, "Man, that was a lot of fun." I said, "Well, did you partake? I mean, did you get naked?" And he says, "No." And I said, "Oh, okay, all right. Well, I accept that. That's okay." But if you were invited to an all-nude park or a clothing optional park, would you go naked, or how about a beach?
I wouldn't go naked, but I would get naked there.
Okay. Would your wife let you go to a nude beach?
No, she would not let me go to a nude beach.
With her?
But
With her.
No.
She wouldn't go?
No, she lives. She's not old, but in her mind, she's got 1950s values.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Which is not a bad thing. I'm just saying
there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, and that's cool. I was just asking. I wasn't doing it to be mean. No. I just, I was just curious. And then
I would definitely go if I could.
My can of corn would go. Yeah, my can of corn would go to a nude beach or a nude park if I asked her to, but she wouldn't go nude unless
or
she
a nude cruise, like a cruise liner.
Yeah, nude cruise. Yeah.
Maybe mine would go, but she definitely wouldn't be. It would have to be a clothing optional place because I don't think she would. Yeah,
it would be clothing optional where she didn't have to get naked.
Yeah, then probably maybe, yeah. Okay. But definitely not if you had to be, no option but to be nude. No, then no.
I don't know if Black's Beach is still out there in California. Black's Beach was a
it is. Yes, it is.
Clothing
that and Pirates Cove. Pirates Cove and Black Beach. Yeah, and Torrey Pines. There's like 3 or 4 of them up and down here.
Up and down the coast here.
I've been to all of them. Yeah, they're very nice.
Yeah, I've never been to one. I know this was a good one. We had a bowling alley here that had a naked league. They had a nudist bowling league. But
really?
and I was like, we used to bowl the day after, and I'm like, I hope they watch these seats.
Yeah, that's my thinking.
I mean, here's the thing: you're all thinking, oh, that'd be so nice to watch a girl bowl naked, but they're not all slim and beautiful.
No, but it's not all about sex either.
But that's the thing, that's why if you're going to a nudist camp or a nudist beach or a nudist bowling thing to check people out, you don't belong there.
No, you don't. That's not what it's about. Nudity is it's another form. It's about being.
What's the way you're born? That's how they feel. It's the way
proud
you're born.
Of nature. Yeah, it's a part of the way I am. This is who I am. This is the real me. And it's not about sex. It's not about having sex. And 99.9% of nudists are actually heterosexual, and they are also committed in a relationship.
Right. And oh, he's back outside. He must need a cigarette.
He needed a cigarette. He went outside.
Yeah.
Somebody called me.
Oh, somebody called you. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad we still have you.
I hope they didn't call you bad names.
Is that you guys?
No.
I'm here.
That's like Latin.
No.
No, it sounds like a TV.
Who's playing the music?
Turn that
That's
shit
all right.
down.
Is that you? The music? The music.
Oh, right.
Is that you playing the music?
He's talking to his
All right.
fucking neighbor, guys.
No neighbors home? No neighbors are home? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Have fun.
Have fun.
Yeah, get it done. Woo, see, it's always the party here.
Yeah, so, you living in a mostly Hispanic neighborhood there, Your Majesty?
Yeah, I got this guy upstairs over here. He's from like Massachusetts or something.
Yeah.
Austin. He's got that accent, New York
New York?
accent.
Yeah, Guido doesn't have the New York accent.
No, because I'm.
No.
No.
But I'm
I
not from
noticed.
New York City. I'm not from New York City, though. I am 400 miles away from New York City.
Well, I understand that, but
Oh,
that East Coast dialect,
But we don't have East Coast dialect in Buffalo. We talk like people do on television.
Well, you also talk, and you also talk like Canadians, eh?
Sometimes we do. Yes, we do. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of the folks say "a" and that, and
because Canada is right there. I mean, you walk from here to Canada in a minute.
Right, exactly.
It's right there. So
I've
it's
been
not.
there.
And it's cool. Like we have, we are New York, so we have the high tax like everybody else in New York.
I really like Thousand Island, New York. I really like that.
Oh yeah, that's
ain't too far from you.
No, that's not too far from me, and that's a pretty place, and I've been there, camped there quite a bit. Yeah, but the whole state of New York is beautiful, and that's what the misconception is. It's like, oh, New York, it's a city. Oh man, we got apple orchards and farms and everything else, and it's
beautiful.
It is, and the worst part of New York, I think, is New York City, because it's just
at
it's
least
a
the
city.
Bronx. Yeah, at least the Bronx. It's dirty. It's dirty when you drive into across the bridge. You see what you see. You see those empty. They've got a good. They had anyways. They had a good reproduction type of thing going on in New York City.
They do. But whenever I see the Brooklyn Bridge, I sing "Welcome Back." Because and then you got Hell's Kitchen in Harlem, and all the things you see on TV about those places. That's pretty much the truth to that. It's not like they fabricated too much. And but then there's so many great places in New York, just like St. Louis or California. I mean, Missouri and California. There's shitholes, but now California, Emerald King. The most thing that we know in New York about California is Hollywood and Los Angeles. And
there's so much more to California.
Right, exactly. So it's a misconception.
Yeah, I remember driving through the orange orchards out in Riverside. A beautiful country, and you could smell the citrus in the air. And I also remember the smog was really bad out in Riverside, and it's still bad now. Yeah, it's not terrible now, but it's still it's still kind of bad. But it used to be horrible out there. But the mountains were just beautiful. There were times when you couldn't see the mountain. The smog was so bad when we lived out there. It was pretty bad.
That was bad, then.
That's when they had all the oil.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they had all the oil refineries along the coast, and they were producing this fucking awful fucking ick, man.
It would all blow. It would all blow over there and get trapped in by the mountains right there in the San Bernardino and Riverside. But it's not that bad no more.
Yeah,
it's pretty cleaned up now.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's how it is where I am. Where I am is we used to be a steel town. And, we had the Bethlehem steel plant here for 50 or 60 years, and it was always pumping smoke out like crazy,
Right.
And then it left in the 80s or closed down, and the air quality has been so much better since they left. But it also took away 300,000 jobs.
The Potomac River, too. The Potomac River used to be really polluted. You couldn't get in it. You couldn't,
Yeah, you couldn't.
They said, no, now it's all cleaned up.
Yeah,
You know, they're cleaning up. You know, it's not too bad around.
We've made headway in
Yeah.
pollution. I mean, everybody says that we're horrible,
Yeah, I
we're
think
bad
so.
people and shit. We've done our thing for our country. We've cleaned up the lakes and the river. There's
it's
still some
cleaned up,
bad
yeah.
spots. There's still some bad spots, but not
Yeah.
near as bad as it used to be. Hell, when I was growing
No.
up, I remember driving in the back seat of the station wagon with Dad, and we drive from Lancaster to Los Angeles. Well, when you get into Los
Right.
Angeles, there was this permanent smell, this stench of chemicals and shit in the air, sulfur, and you could see the factories working. I mean, they're all lit
Well,
up.
it was yellow.
And
I was
flames,
yellow brown.
these big flames shooting out of the top of these fucking pipes and shit. It was amazing. I mean, and all of that is gone now in California. All of that is just fucking see ya. It's
Well,
outta
because
here.
all the manufacturing plants are gone from the United States of America.
And that's
There's no more plants. The steel plants are gone. The manufacturing plants are gone. It's all gone. We're all saying the air quality is better and everything, but our pocket quality has killed us since this industry left. China has all the industry, let alone they only have.
What do you guys think about? Not to change the subject, but we will. About the minimum wage being, they just jacked up the minimum wage here, and now you can't get at McDonald's it's like $1 more for a chocolate sundae. What the fuck good did they do? You know what I mean?
Well,
they
that's
didn't
the
do
thing.
no good.
No, that's the thing that people don't understand. If the minimum wage goes up, products go up.
Exactly. So there goes your minimum wage. There goes your minimum wage. It didn't help a fucking thing.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Now, too, is like if you look at a bag of sugar always came in 5-pound bags. Now they're 4-pound bags and they're the same price.
And they're the same price.
Yeah.
Right.
Because now they're not raising the prices, but they're trying to screw with you and they're just lessening the quantity rather of what you're getting and hoping you don't fucking realize it.
Oh, and on top of all that, as far as the minimum wage is concerned, the unions in this country are on their way out. A lot of states are going over to the right to work thing. They're getting rid of the unions. The reason for that is the unions have outpriced themselves. When you see a union striking on a job site, it's because you got the company that did it for them did it for less money and less risk.
The unions have become a business themselves.
Yeah. And all they're out for is the union. They're not out for the worker or the consumer.
Absolutely.
They used to be out for the consumer. Okay, it's the same principle with the minimum wage. If you raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, okay, the guy that was making hold on. The guy before, okay, that was making $15 an hour at the time, okay, they were making $9, $8 an hour, minimum wage, whatever, right? And then they raised that to $15 an hour. The guy that was making $15 an hour, now he deserves a raise, right? He needs to go up to $27 an hour, doesn't he? No, he's staying at minimum wage.
Right.
And
but
that's
here's
where
the
you
thing.
get fucked.
Here's the thing that I hate about it.
Yeah.
Okay, if you you can go to college, even just get a 2-year degree, you can come out and get a job making $16, $17 an hour. Why go to college now if I can work at McDonald's for $15?
Yeah. Why
go
be better?
Well, because the goddamn chocolate sundae is $2.50 now instead of $1.25.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and it's going to keep going up. Every time, the way it's going, the Federal Minimum Wage Act is going up to 15 in 2020 something. But every year from then till now, it's going to go up a little bit, or maybe every other year. But till then, it's going to keep going up.
What would stop
what are we going to
I'll tell you what.
In 5 years?
What would
we're going to be paying $5 a gallon for milk.
Yeah. What would stop this minimum wage thing would be, and this would be the truth, okay, and I'm not lying to anybody here, is if the federal government got rid of the minimum wage standard altogether and left it up to the states, to decide what their minimum wage would be. and then each state would register the workers. So, say Missouri stayed at $8 an hour for minimum wage, and Illinois went to $15 an hour for minimum wage, all the workers would go over to Illinois, and that would cause an effect for Missouri to raise their minimum wage as well. It's not going to work unless the federal government eliminates the minimum wage standard federally. And federal minimum wage standards are way too low. It's $7.75 an hour is minimum wage, and it's
not. It's 10. It's almost $10. It's $10.
The federal,
not
the federal.
Yeah. The federal is 10 something.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's $10 an hour. I had no idea.
Yeah.
It just went up to 10. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I didn't realize. Yeah. Well, they're going to be replaced by machines anyways. You'll walk up, you push a couple of buttons, you'll walk over to the next window, and your food will come popping out. And you'll have a couple of guys back in the back making the food. Yeah, it's on an assembly line.
But here, let's not get this like I'm all for people making money. I'm not saying people don't deserve to make money, because people, even working at McDonald's, is a hard job. It's not a fucking easy job. It's not. We'll sit here and say anybody could do it. Yeah, anybody could do it, but it's like a backbreaking menial job that nobody wants to do. Okay.
Yeah, and all your money's going to go on rent.
Right.
So, and that's the problem. That's why they raised the minimum wage in the first place, because you couldn't pay rent, so you had to stay at mom and dad's house for the rest of your fucking life. And,
well, they're still
that's
going
the
to be
whole
able
problem.
to. Well, raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour is not going to compensate for that even now.
It's not. But rent hikes
because
went up
of the
so
greed.
much. Right, it went so much. Apartments in Buffalo, New York, are going for like $700, and they're shit. And they were 2 years ago. They were going for $300-$400.
Oh yeah. Now, if they just bring that back down to a reasonable amount, they wouldn't have to give minimum wage up.
No, they wouldn't.
Because then you could pay your fucking rent.
Right.
But everybody's going, oh shit, they're going to give $15 an hour. Yeah, but now your fucking rent's $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything's
goes your fucking.
It's just monotonous.
It is, and the reason minimum wage used to go up was for the cost of living increases. Okay, things are becoming more expensive. Let's raise minimum wage. But then that just creates things to become more expensive again, because a business owner will say, wait a minute, I used to make this much money, but now they raise minimum wage. I'm not making that anymore. I want to make this much money again or more. So they raise products, they cut staff.
The same thing with medical insurance. Same thing with medical insurance. Now the medical insurance is going to go up on those companies that are paying more money for minimum wage. So now they're going to cut that. So these people are forced to go to the government to get their medical care.
Medical insurance.
That's the whole plot of this whole fucking thing.
The biggest money-making scam it ever created. Medical insurance is the biggest money fucking spending scam, scheme, pyramid, fucking bullshit ever. It should be illegal.
I don't pay for it. I get government medical. I got Medi-Cal.
You get better care than I do, paying for it, and not that you shouldn't. Good for you, but the people that pay for it are getting less care. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and you're paying for it. Yeah, I know. It should be all across the board. As far as I'm concerned, it should be like Canada.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You believe in
everybody
payer.
should get the same fucking insurance.
Okay, so
I think that even politicians, you should have the same medical care as the politicians have.
Wait. No, time the fuck out. Time the fuck out. Now
hold
you
on.
struck a. Hold on. Time the fuck out. Wait a minute. Whoa. You're saying to me, okay, and this is what happens in Canada.
Yeah.
This is what happens in England and Germany. These are all single-payer countries, okay? That means the government insures you if you make less than a certain amount, okay? So they say, say Canada, like right now, they say, okay, if you make less than $80,000 a year, we're going to cover you. You are covered, okay? Mm-hmm. All right, but now Bruce's or the Emerald King, rather. Sorry about that, Your Majesty. The Emerald King.
It's okay.
He's how old? He's 65, and he comes down with 63, and he comes down. And
Yeah,
he
don't
comes down with heart disease. Okay, and
Yeah.
he needs a heart transplant.
And
Okay, all right. What they're gonna do, man? What they're gonna do is, oh, but wait, I've got this 23-year-old that needs a heart transplant too. He's gonna get that heart before
Okay.
you ever will. You will never get a heart. You will never get your surgery because they're going to say, wait a minute, this guy here is going to be productive for the next 50 years. This guy here, he'll give us 10 more years tops.
Yeah, but
That's
here,
what single payer is all about. It's
but
called
here-
death squads, dude. It's called Death Watch.
dude, but here and everywhere else, you can get black market anything, okay? And even here in America, if you get put on the list, doesn't mean you're getting shit.
No, it doesn't mean you're getting
No.
shit, okay? But it's got to be a match, and not everybody matches. The problem with it is the insurance company is more apt to pay for a transplant for the Emerald King at 63 in the United States than they are in Canada, UK, and Germany.
Well,
the
sure,
older
okay.
people are left to die. And
They
people
are.
are dying because of it. And this little baby in the Ukraine, who the fuck is this court to tell me I can't take my kid over to the United States that is willing to try an experimental fucking medication on this kid to get him well again? Who the fuck are they? I'm the parent of that child. I know what's best for my child, and I'm going to make every effort to save his life.
Well,
And that's
Yeah.
what you get from
What are you
single
saying?
payer. This is what you get from single payer. You would never get that here in the United States. In the United States, if a hospital says we're going to fucking pull the tube, they're not going to do it without the parent's permission. They are not going to do it without the parents' permission first.
they're not going to do it in Canada either without the parents' permission,
Bullshit.
man. It's not.
No. It goes to the fucking courts. The courts decide who lives and who dies in Canada. Mark my fucking words. Look it up. It's a single payer system, and they've got death squads. They say, I'm tired of paying for this shit. I'm tired of it. We can't pay. We got people waiting to get in the hospital here that need to be, that we can take care of. We can't take care of him, so let's get him off the fucking list. And that's how single payer works. That's communism. That's government control.
Yeah, but here too, don't tell me any different if you're a private pay individual that you're paying out of your pocket or you're paying for an insurance company, that fucking private pay person is going to get better treatment, it's going to get quicker treatment, and it's going to get the best service than that insurance person's going to get because it's pay for play in America.
That's only because, Guido, that is only because only 10% of the United States population doesn't pay for insurance now.
Okay, but that 10% is going to get better treatment than the rest of the 90% because they got real money. That's
There's 300 million.
guaranteed.
There's 300 million people in this fucking country.
But what I'm saying to you is, it's the rich people who can say to you, do that medical procedure, where the insurance company will say, we're not covering that. We're not covering that.
I can pay for it.
I get free coverage. Okay, listen. And they could put me through every kind of test that they could possibly do so they can get their money from the government for me. And they do that. And that's the way they work it.
Yeah,
I think it's a good thing, because I get tested. I get the MRIs. I get everything free, okay, we'll run you in there.
So do I.
We'll do your test just to get some money. And that's the way they do it.
Well, see,
And
the
that's
best
the
thing
way
that
it should be done
Obamacare
with
did.
everybody.
It should be. And the best thing that Obamacare did, the only good thing that Obamacare did was it was make insurance give us free first colon exams and free fucking physicals every year. Yeah. And, because before you used to have to pay for that shit.
The doctor gets paid, and he loves to take you in there and check your butthole because he's going to get paid for it, man.
Absolutely.
And that's,
But before that, people would say, I'm not doing that because I'm not paying for that. Where now it's free. Now people say, okay, I'm going to do it. So what
people say is, okay, I'm going to give you my $1,100 at the end of the fucking year, my taxes, because I'm not going to get insurance because I'm 25 years old and I'm not sick. And anyway, besides that, half of them, like I said before, only 10% of the American population is depending on government for their medical. Everybody
Right.
who is working, or at least a majority of the people who are working, the companies are providing them with insurance to pay for, and
But
I'm
the
paying for it.
insurance sucks.
Now,
But
a
it
good
sucks.
idea.
It's horrible.
It is horrible only because of restrictions. I can only my company can only go into certain insurance companies. Why can't they sell across state lines like auto insurance and like all the other insurances where they could come across state lines? That will reduce prices. You know what another price is? How much is your fucking life worth, man? How much is your life worth? This is what's costing us a shitload of money here. Okay, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you right fucking now. The guy that dies by an accident in surgery gets $60 million. $60 million. The guy.
Well, he don't get shit.
Wait a minute. Time out. He don't get shit. The family does. Okay, and the
Right.
lawyers do. Do. Okay, he dies by accident, but he only made $30,000 a year.
Right.
Okay, but his family got $60 million for this guy. How much is your life worth, man? How much? When are they gonna take control of tort reform? When are they going to take control of these ridiculous lawsuits that are costing these insurance companies millions of dollars? They pay more out in costs, court costs, and being sued and having the insurance on the doctor and paying for these things than they ever do for services rendered to the fucking customer.
Well, that's okay. You're right. And same
They
thing
have
with
to stay in business.
and fraud is another big one where people put in fake claims and fake things. That's another big no-go. But there's people out there that are getting denied coverage on things that they fucking need. Just like there's people like say you need Viagra, they'll only give you 5 or 6 at a time. They won't like in a month. You only gonna have sex 5 or 3 or whatever it is. You're only gonna have sex 3 fucking times in the month. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
You should tell me how many times I should have sex. They regulate. It's not the government.
I just asked my doctor for Viagra, and she says I got to go to my cardiologist because I might get a heart attack or something from it.
Right. But the point of it is it's not the government putting the regulations on it. It's the insurance company saying we don't want to pay for all that fucking shit. They don't need to have sex more than 4 times a month.
I'm not defending insurance companies. I'm not defending insurance companies. They most certainly have screwed me before. Okay, and I've had to fight to get them to pay a claim. Okay, I paid for the insurance. By golly, you pay what you say you're going to pay.
You shouldn't have to fight. You should not have to fight to get money. You paid money. See, this is the thing that pisses me off. You could pay for 3 years straight and never use your fucking insurance, and then the day you go to use it, they've got to have some kind. Oh, wait a minute. What do you mean? Wait a minute. I've been paying 3 years. I never fucking used it. Now pay it.
You got
$50,000
deductible on that insurance you got. You didn't read the fine print.
Yeah, no,
you didn't read the fine print.
And then they keep raising the co-pays on everything.
I went through this house of horrors where they did this vein thing on my legs, right? And it was a nightmare, guys. It was a nightmare. It was like I would never do it again. I'll never do it again. It was a nightmare. But they told me it was covered. And so I paid my $329 copay because that's what it cost for the surgery. Okay. And about a year later, I get a phone call from these people saying that they're a collection agency. And I said, oh, well, what's this about? Well, you need to pay St. John's Mercy for the surgical procedure. It's $11,000. And I just broke up laughing. And I'm laughing my ass off. And he said, this is not a funny matter, sir. I said, yeah, it is. What are you, the fucking Taliban? He goes, no. I said, where's my bill? Wait. No, where's my fucking bill? Send me a paper bill and show me where I owe the hospital $11,000 for that procedure. Well, sir, if you want to, post this claim against your insurance company, you need to contact your insurance company. I said, no, I tell you what, you want your money? He goes, well, yes, sir. I said, then you contact my insurance company because I did my part. Have a nice fucking day.
Yeah.
And I hung up the phone, and you know what? I never heard from them bastards again. Never, ever, ever talk to anyone on the phone about your medical bills. Ever. It's none of their fucking business. Whether you owe the money or not. Fuck them. You cover
until they
it.
freeze your bank account.
You cover it. Just cover it. Because the insurance companies will say,
Yeah.
well, we're going to push that back. And then they push it back again. And then so the hospital has no choice. They send it to a collection agency because it didn't get paid. But they never sent me a bill. They never took a minute to say, hey, Todd, you need
They
to
can't
contact
send you the bill.
Yeah. And the insurance company doesn't call me and say, hey, you still have this open fucking claim here.
If they did the procedure without knowing that insurance wasn't going to cover it, then they're dumb fucks, and they only made $329 for that surgery.
They told me it was covered.
Well, that's probably all it was.
No, all it was somebody didn't somebody filled out the paperwork wrong, or they didn't put something in that they needed to put in, and the insurance company says, no, we're not accepting that.
Right.
And so they sent it again and said, no, you didn't fix it. Send it back. And sooner or later, the hospital got tired of sending it up to them, and so they sent it to me and tried to charge me for it.
Yeah.
So finally, they got their money. But if you want your money, you got to go to the insurance company and say, what's the problem? How come you're not covering this shit? And they probably say, well, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you didn't do this. Your service writer fucked up.
Right.
And okay, and then they send it in again, and they say, okay, here's your fucking money.
Right.
But insurance companies have every right to refuse a claim because the hospital didn't do their job.
Yeah, absolutely, but what I'm saying is, if the hospital doesn't do their job, you're not liable for that. You were liable for the $329 that you paid. So if they don't get the money from the insurance company, that's all the fucking surgery costs. $329.
So we're
That's all it was worth.
Right.
The doctor's just trying to get his boat payment.
That's it.
There's more to it than just a single payer. There are going to be restrictions to that. Okay? If they went to a single payer system, half of the wetbacks in this country.
I don't know what's about single payer. What's that? What is that? Who's single pay?
Single
what are you talking about?
No insurance company. The government does
it.
The
government controls one insurance company, and it is the government. Is the insurance company. The government is going to decide what treatment you can get and what treatment you can't get. That's exactly what it comes down to. The government decides.
Well, you can't get tips on it. You can't get new tips and a new, cosmetic surgery, but you should be able to get all the life-saving shit.
Well, yeah, you get the life-saving shit, but let me ask you this. Do you need pregnancy insurance?
No.
Okay.
But some people do.
I'm paying for that on my insurance. Okay.
Well, why? I mean, I know you are, and you shouldn't have to.
I don't need it.
Also,
did you know that right now on government assistance, they're paying for fucking abortion?
Yeah, and also your employer pays more disability insurance for women than he does for you.
This is a totally different. This is a totally different conversation than we've ever had on Conjugal Visit, and I think it's been fucking awesome. Great job, fellas. I mean, that was. I mean, we're running out of time, but I just got to say that was fucking fantastic, and wow. That conversation could probably go on for another hour, but we're out of time. So anyway,
we are.
We got about.
You want to change the subject?
Yeah, we need to change the subject. We're going to talk about KGFRocks.com and how great the station is. And folks, if you're out there listening, go to our webpage. If you like what you hear on the station and here on Conjugal Visit, go to the front page and go down to where it says donate and spread the wealth a little bit. Give us a little bit of candy. Okay, that would be nice for you guys to help us out with that. Check out all of our DJs at kgfrocks.com. We got some really kick-ass guys out there. We got Rob Boyer. He's going to be coming back. We're not quite sure when, but he will be coming back. We miss him. And also we have, we're down to 2 other DJs now. I guess we scared them all away. We got Wild Bill Hill, and then we have Diamond, and of course me. I was off. I took the weekend off this weekend, but next weekend I will definitely be doing a show next weekend. So that'll be cool to do. And what else? Anything else, man? That's it.
I don't think it. Yeah, that's it. Sure.
I'm going to close the show tonight. Yeah, well, we're not. We're going to say goodbye, but yeah, we've got nothing else to talk
Okay.
about really, and we don't have a lot of time left. We got about 2 minutes, but I'm going to close the show with a different song tonight.
You
Okay,
do
and
it.
yeah, I'm
You
going to
are.
close the show. Yeah. So you've been listening to the Conjugal Visit. I'm Freeride,
I'm the Guido.
And I'm Emerald
and the Emerald
King.
King. There you go, saying, "See ya."
Adios, muchachos.
And here's Camel Toe.
Oh my God.
Later.
You're a beautiful girl, and your pants are on so tight that when you stand just right, I can see it all. When you're on the beach and your bikini's soaking wet, I see a fuzzy silhouette as I look down below. I see your camel toe, your biscuit, your cleavage. I see your cooter cleavage, your monkey, your muffin. You ain't hiding nothing. Your coochie, your flapper. You're showing off your snapper. Your camel toe, it looks alright, so baby let it show. Looks like a big taco. I see your camel toe. Merci, madame, voila les bearded clam. I could really go for a sideways sloppy Joe or a tuna casserole. Baby, don't you know? I never thought I'd see so much of your anatomy. Your jeans are so tight, I'm learning gynecology. I see your camel toe, your labia, your vulva. Ooh, you know I love ya. Your venda, vagina, nothing could be finer. It's furry, it's fluffy, looking kinda puffy. Your camel toe, it looks alright, so baby let it show. Looks like a big taco. I see your camel toe. Merci, madame, voila les bearded clams.